rebound. Michael Jordan, 3 out of 9. Kevin Edwards launching long. And the rebound to Jordan. He's got a run out.
Well, I'd like to see Kevin Edwards show a little more patience. He's not one of their best percentage shooters from the perimeter. He's only a 45% shooter. They got to break the defense down a little bit, be a little more unpredictable. Let that guy shoot a little bit if you want.
It was Rice over Hansen. And now Chicago looking 2 for 1, and Jordan zigs and zags to the hoop.
I look for Kevin to get a timeout pretty quick here.
I don't know. They got 33 seconds left in the quarter.
He almost did, but he thought better of it.
Now it's Miami with a quick shot. They could do it, and a foul on Horace Grant. The Bulls are over the limit. So actually the Heat, with 2.8 difference between the shot clock and the game clock, will get it again on 24-second possession. Smith with 6.
You know, you talked about how the Miami Heat has improved their free throw shooting. One of the ways they improved it was by subtraction. One of their worst free throw shooters was Sherman Douglas. He now plays for the Boston Celtics. And the other guy, and he took the bulk of their free throws when he played for them and was their leading scorer last year. And the other guy was Ronnie Cycli, who took the next most amount of free throws for the Miami Heat, and he dramatically improved his free throw shooting. Therefore, the whole team's a better free throw shooting team.
Smith with 7. Miami by 1. 2.8 difference, remember, between the shot clock and the game clock, and 17 to shoot. The Heat to steal. Smith on the run out, and Miami in front by 3.
Wow, the long arms of Steve Smith can be a factor. This guy is some kind of athlete. He's come back off of knee surgery, the death of his mother. He's had a difficult rookie year. He's the 5th leading scoring rookie in the league, and he's #1 in assists for all rookies.
And now he'll have to deal with Michael Jordan with 6 seconds left. Paxson left open. Sidesteps Ogg. Ogg maybe got a piece of it. Hansen, the turnaround shot. And after 1, we've got a surprise here in Chicago Stadium. Through 12 minutes anyway, Kevin Lockree's Heat up by 3.
Get the ball. That's a 2-man plan defensive play called a backwash.
Some first quarter for Steve Smith. 9 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. This is Alan Ogg, and Purdue a block. Armstrong has it for Chicago. Pippen, who's back in, playing with 2 fouls, is guarded by Keith Askins. Off the cut, Pippen score the goal and a foul.
Oh my, Scottie Pippen took some serious hang time. Looked like he might have picked up an offensive foul here, but the way he holds his arm in, watch this. You make the call on that one.
They made it on Alan
He has
Ogg.
a way, JD, of kind of holding it in just a little bit. If you extend it, they're going to call the offensive foul. If you hold it in, you got a good chance of not getting the call.
Chicago extending the defense, and Smith gives it up to Kessler. Kessler trapped shy of the timeline, and a 10-second violation. You can watch a lot of NBA basketball, and you won't see that call very often. Coming up next on TNT, the Clippers and the Jazz kick off. And then Western Conference matchup. That's only the 3rd turnover for Miami. The Knicks continue to lead the Pistons in the second quarter, and that is a low-scoring game, as everyone would expect. They're just beginning the second quarter there.
Yeah, that's kind of a pointless series, isn't it?
They may have final scores in the 50s in that series. Indeed. Scottie Pippen to Jordan in the post against Kevin Edwards and company.
Well, there's no
Michael with
defense for
14.
that. They sent the double team. They got some size on them. Here's a big problem right here. They've got to be able to handle the extended pressure after the made basket and made free throws. They want to talk about it.
Kevin Lockrey taking a 20-second timeout with 10:49 left to go in the first half. The Chicago Bulls with 5 straight points here to start the second quarter, and thus this 2-point lead. And now we understand it is a full timeout. 29-27 Bulls. Point lead for Chicago. We're early in the second quarter. We've seen Michael Jordan at his best, Dick.
Well, why is Michael Jordan able to take advantage of the size of Alan Ogg coming over on the double team? He smells it coming, see it? And he turns and fades towards the baseline, negating the 7'1" size of Alan Ogg. That's instinctual. It's brilliant.
He's got 14 points in the contest, all of the Chicago points from the backcourt. And Miami with 15. Brian Shaw and Steve Smith have the bulk of them.
There's an isolation on B.J. Armstrong.
Kevin Edwards scoring.
And that's the one thing that Kevin Edwards can do. It's the thing that's kept him in the league, his ability to take the ball to the basket. He's one of the best sleepers on the Miami Heat roster.
Of course, he played his college basketball here in Chicago at DePaul. This is Scottie Pippen. He's had a rocky start here in game 1 of the playoffs. Keith Askins with Pippen backing away to front on Cycling. And so Askins nails the 3. He's not a bad 3-point shooter, 34%. Miami Heat not intimidated in the least. Michael Jordan for the dunk. It's a 1-point lead for the Heat this trip. Steve Smith at the controls. Jordan guarding him. Smith working around a pick by Long. And Askins to Cycling. Askins again. 2 in a row for Keith Askins. It's a 4-point lead for the Heat. And Chicago Stadium is very quiet right now.
Well, what's interesting is they have the matchup. Will Perdue guarding Ronnie Cycli, guarding Ronnie Cycli, and they're looking to go inside to Cycli, and so they play Perdue behind and drop off of Askins on the perimeter, and he answered by knocking 2 perimeter jump shots down.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will be selecting the Budweiser player of the game.
There's that size on the double team.
Pippen right back into Grant. That's about 3 or 4 times tonight. Chicago has had a player wide open under the basket.
Well, the reason for that is because Miami is double teaming Michael Jordan. They're not dropping down from the top to cover the rotation of the size that they're sending. Your size is on the baseline. It's going across. Someone has to drop down to cover.
Keith Askins is on fire. He's got 8 points in the contest. 2 threes, and now that perimeter shot. Missed steal by Edwards. Jordan after the fake. And Perdue trying to keep it alive, a foul call.
This ball foul Miami over Ronnie Cycling.
There's the double team we're talking about. There's that inside, weak side pass that we mentioned earlier. Got mixed up on the rotations in the matchup, and the strong Horace Grant inside is able to find himself with a free one.
Armstrong guarded by Bimbo Coles, who has come in. Jordan off the drive, a punch into Grant again.
See, most people don't realize how strong Horace Grant is. This trainer says that he can jam an 18-pound medicine ball with a 360 spin. That's unbelievable.
Cycli is stopped by Perdue. It's still a live ball. Edwards. Short. Long gives it up to Askins. And now Edwards off the drive, and Armstrong the steal. Chicago needs a hoop to tie. 7:50 left in the first half. The Bulls have led a few times, but briefly. It's been all Miami so far. Tough shot for Perdue. Horace Grant draws the foul, and he'll be on the line. If it's on Cycli, it's his 3rd. It's on Keith Askins.
Well, Horace Grant takes the role of being the person that sits in the 3rd chair on this team behind Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. But right now, that third chair is a major factor in them staying in this